We got more details from Supermicro Computer surrounding their financial statements, their validity, and their reporting timelines and restatements. I'm going to go over those details in this video and discuss what it could mean for Supermicro stock investors. So let's take a look.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so let's start with what the company said about their independent reporter. So the company's independent registered public accounting firm has not audited, reviewed, compiled, or performed any procedures with respect to such preliminary data. And if you've been following Supermicro, you'll know that over the last 2 or 3 quarters, their financial results have been preliminary results. They have not been reporting actual results. And the reason for this is because their previous firm that did their auditing, reviewing, and etc. resigned abruptly and made a public statement saying that they did not trust Supermicro's management team with the information they were providing the auditing firm. And so the new firm that they've recently hired is under process of getting acclimated with the company's numbers, and they still haven't given us concrete details on their financial results. They haven't gotten squared up with everything. Even after this current update, I'm still left confused about what's going on surrounding their financial statements and when actually are they going to get this all squared up and move forward from these difficulties. So they said that they continue to work diligently toward the filing of its annual report on Form 10-K for the fiscal year that ended June 30th, 2024. That's almost or more than 6 months ago, and they're still working on completing those results. I and many investors are left wondering why it's taking so long. And the quarterly report filed 10Q for the period that ended September 30th, 2024. So both of these reports have not been filed, the 10K or the 10Q. But based on the information currently available, the company believes it will make such filings by February 25, 2025. That was good news for investors, and that's partly the reason why the stock price was higher on the day after the company made this announcement, that finally investors have a date where these issues could be behind them. The company can report these numbers and then move forward from that point on. So today, the company said, and when they said today, they meant February 11th, 2025. They filed a Form 12B-25 for its second fiscal quarter and expects to file its Form 10Q for the period ended December 31st, also by February 25, 2025. So not only are they going to report their results from those previous timelines, they're also going to report the most recent quarter on February 25 as well. So it looks like they expect to be all caught up by February 25th, 2025. Now, these are expectations and beliefs, and it's no certainty that they will indeed meet these timelines. They could reach that date and then come back to investors and say, you know what, we tried, but we couldn't, and we're going to try something different. And so until they actually report these numbers, there will still be question marks from investors. So this all started in late 2024 when the company received subpoenas from the Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission seeking certain documents following the publications of a short seller report that was published in August of 2024. That's when all of these challenges started for Supermicro Computer, and I will say they have not handled them well. They have not reassured investors. The remedies they've taken have been half measures, and so far investors have not been pleased with the company's actions. That's why the stock price is down by so much off its high, because the business itself, the category it operates, is booming, right? Data centers optimized for AI is an absolutely booming category. And I just did several videos from the large tech companies, which all said that they're increasing spending in this category by the tens of billions of dollars each. So Microsoft is increasing by 30 billion, Amazon is increasing by 35 billion, Meta Platforms is increasing by 25 billion, Alphabet is increasing by 25 billion. All of this extra spending in a category that Supermicro dominates in, and yet the stock price is down from its highs significantly. And it's because of this issue. It's because of this issue. Without this issue, the stock price would be significantly higher. So the company did say that they are reconfirming that no previously issued financial statements require a restatement. So in other words, everything they filed before these issues arose, they don't think they're going to need to issue a restatement. However, they did need to adjust some of the numbers that they've reported on preliminary results, and those adjustments were overall negative for Supermicro investors. And one thing they had to adjust is they had to increase their net sales by roughly 46 million, but they also had to report an increase in the cost of sales of 96 million. So net, that was a negative 50 million on the bottom line for Supermicro with just that one particular thing. They also had to readjust other numbers, and collectively, these changes resulted in a downward adjustment to their previously announced unaudited fiscal year 2024 and fourth quarter fiscal 2024 numbers of approximately 9 cents of earnings per share on the bottom line. So they already had to adjust downward some of the preliminary results that they reported earlier, and there is no certainty that they will not need to readjust or restate their financial statements, even though they're saying that they don't think that they're going to need to do that. I'm still skeptical that the financial statements they've reported have been accurate. I'm already seeing adjustments here and adjustments from the previous quarter. It's a very confusing situation for investors to digest. That's why I've cautioned investors to stay away from Supermicro Computer for 6, 7, 8 months now, ever since these issues started, just because there's so many moving parts, so many question marks, difficult to evaluate when you don't know if you can count on the numbers that are being reported. Hey everyone, if you like watching my videos, then I've added a great complimentary product just for you. I've written a book that's available for sale now that highlights my 6-step investing framework. Even if you don't follow that investing framework, just reading it and knowing how I evaluate stocks will make it a lot more interesting and informative to watch my videos. I've added the link in the description below.